is Steve Soderbergh right here. He calls out superhero movies' lack of sex. Nobody's fucking. Okay? So Steve Soderbergh is the latest to give his opinion on superhero movies, because apparently that's just every director is going to get asked this or whatever the fuck. So, but speaking with the Daily Beast ahead of streaming release of his new thriller Kimmy, which is coming to HBO Max, starring Zoe Kravitz. Looking forward to it. Soderbergh said he's not approached to direct superhero franchises, nor does he envision writing one. The filmmaker said it'd be almost impossible for him to work in the superhero space since the characters are completely sexless. I'm not a snob. It's not that I feel it's some lower tier in any way. It really becomes about that universe you occupy as a storyteller. He says, I'm just too earthbound to really release myself to a universe in which Newtonian physics don't exist, and he laughs. I just have a lack of imagination in that regard, which is why the one foray I had into pure science fiction, which of course was Solaris, pretty good movie, was essentially a character drama that happened on the set of a spaceship. And then, of course, he continues us here. Also, for a lot of these, for me to understand the world and how to write or supervise the writing of the story and characters, apart from the fact that I can bend time and defy gravity and shoot beams out of their fingers, there's no fucking. Nobody's fucking. Nah, like I don't know how to tell people how to behave in the world in which that is not a thing. The fantasy spectacle universe, as far as I could tell, typically doesn't involve a lot of fucking, and also things like who's paying these people? Yeah. Why do they work? Who do they work for? How does this job come to be? So yes, he does have his reservations when it comes to superhero movies, but there's also very many superhero movies that talk about that. Well, I mean, this man right here, Mr. Zack Snyder, well, let's face it, when it came to Watchmen, there's a sex scene. Even BVS has the starts of a sex scene in a bathtub. I mean, there's something there, obviously. And then, of course, the Eternals. The Eternals recently, broke that mold of MCU not having a sex scene in it. They had a somewhat sex scene, but it was awkward. It was cringy. I remember seeing it going, yeah, that's not it. That's all you got? That's all you got? As much as the Eternals was breaking the mold of what the MCU has traditionally done, no, that wasn't it when it came to sex scenes. And then, of course, you have Deadpool. You have Deadpool, you have Peacemaker, you have the Suicide Squad. You have a lot. There's a lot out there. So, Mr. Soderbergh needs to update that a little bit because, it's things that he said people are doing. Who's paying these guys? Well, look at The Boys. Look at The Boys. Look at the show The Boys. That kind of talks about the whole corporate sponsorship of superheroes and whatnot. I mean, there's stuff right there, too. So he just needs to realize that there is that sanction of the superhero, the CBM world that does have people fucking, and those questions that he was asking answered right there. Oh, that bathtub. Yeah, that's right, Selena, right there. It was like, it was not fully a sex scene. We didn't see any thrusting happening, but we saw the beginnings of what could have been a very hot bathtub scene. So there you go. I just thought it was funny. So yeah, there you go. Yeah, this guy, I'm sure if he could, he'd put more fucking in CBMs. He would.